only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
When I'm in my zone and get it going, Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mine. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the lead, but you ain't hooping around and tear out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, the only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk cause I be really out my mind. When the head don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk dog, it's a room full of brines. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. On 2nd and 9, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
19 Lions. 70 Rangers.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Curtis. And some space here. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
First carry now for David Montgomery. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Fields. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Curtis. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Penny going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Second down and goal. Fields. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away now from moving out in front. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Bailey now to kick it away after the the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back to throw now on first down. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
19 sight, 19,
Back to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
50 miles down, 50 miles down. Warriors 17.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Fields. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
This defense for the Bears, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. There he goes, left side. 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. Touchdown, Bears! Darnell Mooney from 4 yards out. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 9 now. That's going to be complete to Trinity Benson.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
On 2nd and 12, Fields had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Whitfield. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a gain of 6. Moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give it one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And it is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They're going to look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
On 3rd down, Whitfield. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jones on the return. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Penny. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. McCann's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Here we go. 19 right.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
He'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly what they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down.
19. 7 Pirates.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Back to throw again. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Check match.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They begin with a run by Penny. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Alert! Alert! 50 Bobcats! 50 Bobcats!
They'll set up to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
It's the loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now, Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
from the gun on third down. Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. On first down, Whitfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Whitfield. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw is Fields. He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Fields now to throw. And this one too low. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On 2nd and goal, Fields got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Lazard, a 9-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
18
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Fields on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Lions are going to get the football back at their own 17. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Whitfield. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. This offense on 3rd down today, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Complete. This is Mitchell. A big play there for Detroit. 53 yards. Back to throw here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now it's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess? He didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
To the air again, Fields. Touchdown! A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run on 1st down. Whitfield, and taken down just shy of the 40. It was Isaiah Johnson there to make the stop. So